is think about saving for you. All I'll do is think about helping you. Hey, 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 come into the room. The drink at your room. Come into the room. The drink at your room. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Let's start talking about money. So many people have asked me about how to save, and I figured I was going to go on here and school you real quick. Can y'all see me real quick? Can you hear me? Let me know. Just write in the comments. Yes, I can see you. Yes, I can hear you. So we can get this party started. Because on my end, it's blitzing a little bit. I'm like, oh, Facebook, don't be raggedy, raggedy Facebook. I just want to go live really quick because how can you save for emergencies when you're in an emergency? That's actually a word, child. How do you save for emergencies when you're in an emergency? Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about right now. I'm actually going to pin this to the top of the group page so people can see it. Share it, tag it to friends. So let's talk about that. How do you save for emergencies when you're in an emergency? I'm just going to check real quick that yes, you can see and hear me. Good, perfect. All right. So share this because I'm going to break down the real deal about how to save when you for emergencies when you're in an emergency and what to do if you just don't even have it. Like, so a little background, they're saying this is going to be a recession. Just so you know, you can't technically call it a recession until it's 6 months of economic downturn. We're in month 2, but it's looking like a recession. It's smelling like a recession. It's likely a recession. So during a recession, the most important thing that you can do to thrive and survive through it is save, 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 because you don't know, one, nobody's income is guaranteed. 2, how long it's going to last. And 3, how much it's going to cost you. Okay, so you're going to want to save, save, save. Oh, she's not looking cute. Okay. Well, I did my face today because I had another taping earlier. So, a little something, something. If you have not shared this video, share this video. Don't be mean to your family and friends. Let them know that we're talking about how do you save for emergencies when you're in an emergency. This is critical. So first things first, I want you to drop down and get your noodle on, girl. Hey, drop down and get your noodle. No, for real. I know it sounds crazy, but I want you to drop down and get your noodle on. What does that mean? Your noodle is your noodle budget. So this is what a noodle budget is. Remember back in the day, and it might be now, when, all you could afford was ramen noodle. I'm not talking about the fancy ramen noodles. I'm talking about the 25-cent pack because funds were low, right? So maybe it was college, maybe you were a teenager, maybe it's now. So I call it the noodle budget because it's basically back then you only spent money on the essentials. That's what your noodle budget is. It's really your baseline essential budget. So noodle budget doesn't include hair, doesn't include nails, doesn't include cable. It only includes the things that are essential. Okay? All right. So that's first things first. I want you to drop down and get your noodle budget. So in order to even have a noodle budget, you need to have what? A regular budget. Okay. So I want you to have a regular budget first, meaning that, so a budget is just a list of all your expenses and how much they cost you a month and how much you're making a month. And then you're going to look at that list of all your expenses and be like, is this noodle budget ready? So for example, your regular budget might cost you $5,000 a month. That's payroll. That's the kids. That's lights, that's camera, that's action, right? And so it's $5,000 a month. But you're like, if we cut out this, and this, not to say you have to, but on paper, life could cost me $4,000 a month. So that means your noodle budget is $4,000 a month. And you should always know what your noodle budget is. It's not ideal to be living at your noodle budget, but you should know because if you lose your job instantly, drop down and get your noodle on, girl. Drop down and get your noodle on. Your job says furlough. Drop down and get your noodle on, girl. Drop down and get your noodle on. So you should know your noodle budget so you can instantly know what do we need? Who do we need to call? Who do I need to call? Who do I need to cancel? You need to put your bills on furlough. Okay? Right? So knowing that, so that's first things first in the step of saving for emergencies when it's already emergency is get down to your noodle budget. And you might still say, I still don't have enough. And that's okay. We'll talk about that in a minute. So it's exactly for Shay. She's like, she has no choice. She's unemployed. Exactly. But you'd be surprised, Shay. People say they don't have a choice, they're unemployed, but still got cable. Cable is not a necessity, right? Here's how you know it's a necessity. Is it going to compromise your health? Is it going to compromise your safety? Right? So people, you'd be surprised. People, I remember when I was losing my house to foreclosure, sis had her cable on. I'm judging myself, okay? And so just because someone's unemployed doesn't mean that they have dropped down to get their noodle on. It doesn't mean that they've gotten down to their bare bones budget. It's not someplace you live forever and hopefully not even a long time. There's a tool that you can use to temporarily alleviate some of the pressure. Here's why I said, like, during a recession or economic downturn, cash is queen, because I don't want you during this time to lean heavily into, unless you have at least 6 months of noodle budget saved. If you got 6 months of noodle budget saved, you're in a pretty good situation. Unless you have that 6 months of noodle budget saved, I don't want you to be aggressive with paying down debt. Normally, I'm a debt queen. Get rid of that thing. I'm all about getting rid of your debt normally, but not in pre-recession, because I want you to be cash heavy, because we don't know what's finna happen. Because this is what some people are doing right now. They're like, oh, I got my stimulus, Tiffany. I paid off my credit card debt. Normally I'm like, bravo, girl, you did it. But I'm like, no, don't do that. Here, I'll give you an example. Got my stimulus check and savings account, a little dry. Maybe there's like, $1,000 in there. And, even though my noodle budget is $1,000 a month, I only got 1 month of noodle budget, but my credit card debt is $1,200, sis. I'm finna pay it off. What you talking about? I'm being responsible. Take that $1,200, paid off my credit card debt. Yes, I'm debt free. I'm debt free. Then the boiler burst and destroys the floor, and it's $3,000 worth of damage, and you're like, and it's not covered by your insurance, and you're like, uh-oh. So then you look at your savings. Savings is like, we have $1,000 in here. It's $3,000 worth of damage. What are you going to do? You're going to spend this $1,000, and then you're going to go right back into debt, because you're going to have to swipe your card to manage the rest. So debt free and no savings, or low savings, equals debt. Because if you don't have enough savings, your credit card is your new savings, and they charge you for that savings, to use that savings. I'd much rather, during times like this, not always, during economic downturns, during recessions, that you be cash heavy so you can manage those types of things that might come your way. Does that make sense? Okay, yes, we're always singing tonight, Terrell of York. Okay, right? And so, like I said, normally I am like paid, because credit card debt, the interest rate is high typically. So normally I'm like, lean into your credit card. If you have not shared this video, you're doing a disservice to the people that you claim you love. Click the share button. Right? So I want you, during times like this, that part is important, because normally paying off your credit card debt aggressively is a good thing, but not during economic downturns, because you have to basically lay low. Okay? So now let's just say you're fortunate to be able to keep your job during this economic downturn. Okay. And you're like, okay, I'm not going to drop down all the way to my noodle budget, because I do have a job. Okay. And you're like, you know what? My life normally costs me $6 and my noodle budget is $4. I'm going to live at $5. Okay. That's an additional $1,000 a month that you're not going to put toward whatever expenses that are not essential. Okay. So you feeling yourself and you're like, I'm doing good. And I'm like, are you doing good? Where's that $1,000 a month? What do you mean? Where is it? I don't put it. No. Where did you put it? Not paying for something and savings are two different things. Okay? Two different things. Where you drop that thing? I need you to put that money somewhere for it to be considered savings. Savings is two parts, boo-boo. It's not spending and putting it somewhere. What? Not spending? Hey, putting it somewhere. Someone said, I can't stand when she cut up. Well, I finna cut up all day long because I'm grown. How you gonna tell me you can't stand when I cut up? Why are you here, sis? Anyway, back to the positivity. When people tell me that, I'm like, girl, go get somebody serious, right? So I want you to not just not spend. I want you to put it somewhere. But donde. That's Spanish, right? For where? Donde la pute. Where should I put it? In the banco. Okay? This is what I mean. So I want you to put it in a bank, not just any old bank, not your regular bank, not your Wells Fargo, Bank of America, TD Bank. Who am I missing? The big banks. Bank of that's a Bank of America, Chase. Those big banks. That's fine for your checking, not for your savings, because they give you a piece of 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 a penny. They give you a piece of a piece of a penny, right, in their savings account. So I don't save at those big banks. I let them use my credit. I use it for my checking account so I can pay bills easily, and I save my money in an online only bank for those reasons. Reason numero uno. Number one, they pay higher interest because an online only bank doesn't have the overhead, meaning they're not paying rent as much, they're not paying light as much, they're not paying for staff as much because they're mostly online. They don't have all of these like locations. So they pass that savings on to you. So instead of giving you a piece of 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 a penny, those online only banks are giving you like 1%. Well, really, on average, I'm saying 1.5% to 2%. This is what I'm seeing right about now. It depends when you go on. So you might be like, well, how do I find an online only bank? Got you, sis. Got some guy was like, why do you always say sis? Because I'm talking to my sis. You hear, it's you a guest. I'm talking to the ladies. Okay. 96% of my audience is ladies. So anybody else that's listening is a guest. Got you, sis. Okay, I'm talking to you, sis. Your husband can listen. I'm not talking to him, though. I got a husband. I'm not talking to him either. I'm talking to you. Okay? So I want you to put an online only savings account. Here's how you find it. Ready, set, go. I need you to type it in the comments for me. Flex your muscles because it's important because I don't want people to miss it. One, you're going to go to this website called magnifymoney.com. Type it. Magnifymoney.com. I'm finna tell you, Melita, what's a good bank? I'm not going to tell you what's a good bank. It depends on the day. So I need you. You ever heard the saying, you could teach a man to woman. You could teach a woman, give a woman a fish, feed her for a day. Teach a woman a fish, feed her for a lifetime. I'm finna teach you how to fish. Because I could say, oh, Ally Bank. Oh, how did I even choose those banks? I need you to understand how to do it. It's super easy. So you're going to go magnifymoney.com. Okay. It's one of my favorite like bank rating sites. And there's a little button that says savings. So you're going to look, oh, savings account. Okay. It's going to list them all. Now, let me tell you what you're looking for. You ready? Magnifymoney.com. Someone said I'm crazy. I am crazy. Crazy good at this money thing. Right? So this is what you're going to look for. One, Magnify Money rates the banks from F, we don't want an F, to A. That's what we want. A, okay. We don't want a B. We don't want a C. We don't want a D. Not in the bank, sis. I need a straight A bank. And what I love about that is Magnify Money, you can actually click on the grade. It will actually tell you why it's giving you that grade. Like it's too complicated. It's hard to do this. It's hard to open. It's hard to close. So one, when you're looking for an online only bank at magnifymoney.com, looking for an A, write that down. Number one, A. Okay. Two, you're going to look at magnifymoney.com for a bank that's FDIC insured. Two, FDIC insured. Okay. So what does that mean? FDIC insurance means that your money is protected per bank account up to $250,000 currently. That means if that bank were to go down, that means if you have $100,000 in that bank in your bank account, you're going to get your money back. If you have 270, you're going to get back 250, and 20,000 is gone, right? So you're going to look for insurance for your coin. So one, an A. Two, FDIC insured. Okay. Three, I want you to look for a bank that gives the highest interest rate. This is why when people say, what's the best bank? What's the best bank? I don't know right now because before when I signed up with Ally, they had the highest interest rate. They don't right now. So I might be like, I love Ally, and I do love Ally, but Ally ain't putting it out. Okay. And we got to mosey on over who's giving us the highest interest rate currently. Go check. Last time I checked, there was actually a credit union on there that was giving out 2%. Ally is giving out 1.5%. Sis, get your coins, get your percentages. So three, highest interest rate. That's what we're looking for. And four, quattro. Love you to Alita. Four, you're going to look for a bank that has the lowest required deposit, right? So what that means is deposit requirements are the lowest. So one, you can open it up for either $0 or $1. And two, that it You don't have to have like $10,000 in order to earn that interest. Because sometimes they're sneaky with it. They'll say something like, "Oh, you can open it with $1, but in order to earn this 2% interest rate, you got to keep a balance of $10,000, sis." And you're like, that doesn't seem right. So lowest required deposit to open and to earn. Lowest required deposits to open and to earn. Okay, those are the four components that you're looking for. So instead of saying, "Tiffany, what bank should I open?" Sis, you fishing. You gonna fish. Because when I'm not here, when I'm long gone, your mama used to say, "You gonna miss me when I'm gone. You gonna miss me when I'm gone. You gonna miss me when I'm gone, but you still gonna have all the sense I gave you." I want you to be able to look for yourself. I want when your sister's like, "What bank should I open?" You're like, "Girl, this is what we looking for." And you go like, you even got to say, "I got it from the budget list." So you can pretend like you've been new. Girl, no, that's not the good bank. Mm-mm. Does it have an A? FDIC insured? Interest rate good? Lowest required deposit? Oh, I mean, all stuff, girl, please. You certainly could do that. I have no problem. You ain't got to you ain't got to say you got it from me. Pretend like you've been new. Okay? Okay. Now, another reason, so two reasons why, like I said, I like online only banks is one, they pay higher interest rates because they don't have the overhead of a traditional brick and mortar bank. So I keep all my savings at a online only bank, a high yield savings account. And two, it makes your money inconvenient, inconvenient, inconvenient. What does that mean? So my checking account money is at my regular bank, okay? Who is getting on my nerves at the moment. I finna leave you bank. Right? My savings, I don't have a checking account in my online bank, or else I'm just going to be spending my money. My savings are online only. Now, when I want to pull money from my savings to my checking, normally when I go to my favorite Target, okay, hey Target, I would love for you to sponsor me, right? So I love Target like we all do, looking like you do Target, all cute and stuff. Normally back in the day, Tiffany, who wasn't the budget budgetista Tiffany, used to go to Target and I'd be like, "Ooh, I'm just here for toilet tissue. I'm focused." $100 later, no toilet tissue in my basket, but all these clothes and tchotchkes, but it's cute. And the bill is like $100. And I look at my check and my check says, "Now you know damn well you ain't got $100 because you came here for toilet tissue." And I'm like, "Well, what about savings? What does savings have to say?" And savings was like, "I thought we were saving for a car. I thought we were saving for a house. I thought we were saving for Morocco." I'm like, "Shh, savings, be quiet." And I transferred directly from my phone, from my savings to my checking. And I'm like, "Be quiet, savings." And then I trick up all my money at Target. That's what many of us, we live that life. So I was like, how can I get myself to stop? The only way to get yourself to stop is to make your money inconvenient. What does that mean? This is what I mean by inconvenient. It means that if you put your savings at an online only savings account and don't open up a checking in there, and you have your checking at a regular bank and don't have any savings there, when it's time to make that transfer from savings to checking and you're in the Target line, you're like, "Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I want to get this stuff from Target." Sis, are you planning to sleep at Target for 24 to 72 hours? No. Why? Because that's how long this transfer that you're making is going to take. At minimum 24 hours. That's inconvenient. You're like, "Wait, checking is like, savings is like, girl, you can't get that. Go get your toilet tissue and take your behind home. Literally, take your behind and your toilet tissue home." Right? So that's what I like about online only savings. It forces my hand because it makes me say, "Do I really need it?" I have a 24-hour cooling off period. Like, I know I don't need all that stuff, girl. Let me just get what I came for. That transfer waiting period, woo, child, it's going to make you mad, but then it's going to make you sad. And then you're going to be happy. Okay. So what are some other things? So save, I'm just thinking, because like, how do you save when it's already the emergency? So we have to have real talk, right? Real talk leads to straight understanding. So what does that mean? So about 10 years ago, it was a recession about 10 years ago as well. And I was a teacher at the time. My school closed its doors suddenly. All of a sudden I had no money. I had no income coming in, and I had a condo. I bought a house when I was 26. And so by 29, I'd lost my job, and I was like, yikes, how am I going to pay for all of this? And so I used my savings. You spend it all up. Spend it all up. Then I pulled money out of my retirement account. So I'm like, I'm not losing this house. Spend it. Till there was nothing left. They took the house anyway. And it was like light bulb. Two things I learned from that. One, during a recession, what's most important is not your debt, it's your savings. Some folks, sometimes you have to say, someone ain't getting paid. Someone's not getting it. That's a hard lesson to learn. It's a hard lesson to absorb. But I wish I would have said that sooner. I wish I would have said, hey, bank, I have other things I have to pay for. Girl, I don't got it. You ain't getting it. I had to prioritize for me. And you know why? Because I was fortunate that I lived in Jersey. My parents lived in Jersey. My parents lived in the house that I grew up in. Although I did not want to live with my Nigerian parents as much as I love them, because Nigerian parents treat you like you're 10, even if you're 110. But I knew I was not gonna be homeless. So I not everyone's fortunate to do that. So for me, the mortgage was something that I could say, I'm not going to pay it, and it wasn't going to affect my health or my safety. But I didn't. I let stubbornness said, girl, I'm paying it. So I lost tens of thousands of dollars pulling out of my retirement account, my savings, whatever, to save a house that I lost anyway, instead of just cutting my losses. Because the same thing happened, foreclosure, loss of house, except for they left with my $50,000 after 2 years of trying, even though I knew I was going to not have the money in the end, right? I didn't know that. So one, if you're in a position where there's more month than money at the end, you're like, my life's cost me 5,000. With unemployment, I'm making 3,000. You have to make the hard, grown-up decision. Somebody ain't gonna get it. Who's it gonna be? Based upon what is going to help you maintain your health, what is going to help you maintain your safety. Now, those are hard adult decisions to make. And the sooner you make them, the better. So, example, you might say, I'm on diabetic medication. You need that, sis. Verizon can wait. Let them, they can be mad. Okay. You want to fight? Verizon, I will try my best to pay you, but not before my medication. I am not going to be homeless for Verizon or cable or Sprint. I might say, you know what? See you, Chase Bank. I don't have the mortgage. My sister said I could stay with her. Because what's the worst thing that's going to happen? The worst thing that's going to happen is they're going to 1-2 punch, not you, but your credit report. And guess what? Before I stopped paying my mortgage because I lost, I didn't have any more money left to give them. My credit score was like an 802. And then when I lost the house to foreclosure, you know what happened? My credit score fell to a 547. I was like, and guess what? I died. I died. This is my ghost. When your credit score drops, you die. You die. This is my ghost. You don't die. When your credit score drops, your credit score drops. Okay, and I lived to see another day. And I was like, I'm still alive. Okay. Okay. Wait, what? I'm still alive? Yes. Okay, well, I don't really have much money. Okay, well, right now they're not hiring. Oh, somebody hired me. Okay. Oh, I'm making a little bit more. Okay, I'm making a little bit more. Okay, I'm making a little bit more. Okay, oh, I'm back on my feet. Okay. Oh, hey, Verizon, I know I said I didn't have it, but here's a little something. Hey, here's this. And you know where I am right now? My husband and I are refinancing this house because we bought this house cash. I want to pull some cash out so we can reinvest in another property. Guess what? My credit score, my bank just sent it over, like, to me, my mortgage guy. My credit score, Equifax is like an 808, TransUnion is like a 798, and Experian is like an 815. You mean to tell me that I lost the house to foreclosure and I didn't pay all my bills back in the day until I had it, and I made sure my health and my safety was first? You mean to tell me that not only did I live, that I survived it and I thrived through it with skin like butter? Look at this skin. This is the skin of a 40-year-old who been through it and seen it all. Okay? And so I'm sharing all that because I get it. I know what it feels like to be like, yo, I don't have enough. I know what that feels like. I don't even have nearly enough. I didn't even have half of enough. Let's just say, I think, like, my life at the time cost me, I want to say maybe $4,500 a month. And my unemployment was giving me 2,000. I was like, sis, it didn't. So mortgage didn't get paid because I eventually, like I said, I lost it to foreclosure and like a couple other smaller things. And then when I did better by them. And when I did a little better, I did better by them. When I did a little better, and I did better like that by them. And so I just want you to know that I get that scary feeling of like, what am I going to do? My credit score, but nobody dies because of a bad credit score. You could put yourself in harm's way if you don't get that medicine, if you don't take care of your health and safety first. Those health and safety bills come first. I don't care about nobody else. I care about you. Put your health and safety bills first, okay? And then if you have enough extra, okay. And don't just stop paying. Call and let them know I don't have it. And some of them are gonna get sassy, and you can be like, "Who's she talking to? Well, I was just calling to let you know. I'm not even going on this back. Oh, you gonna talk to me crazy? Oh, you gonna be calling me every day? Oh no, you're not. You know why? Because cease and desist letter. Print. Please do not. Let me go to my local Staples. Fax. It's now illegal for them to be harassing you and calling you. I'm telling you because I know. Ask me how I know. I lived it because I told my bank for my mortgage, I don't have it. I don't, they were like, don't nobody care about your sob story. Give us our money. Or what? Or we gonna take your house. Okay. And we gonna call you every day. Oh, you can take my house, but what you can't do is call me every day because cease and desist letter. You thought, like give them an opportunity. Like I told them they can mail me. You can email me, but you're not gonna blow up my phone, get my heart to break all. No, you just because you owe somebody doesn't mean they have a right to mistreat you. No. And it's so funny now because that bank be hitting me up trying to holler like, oh, we would love to work with you, Tiff. I'm like, give me my house back. Oh, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, okay. Ask the mortgage division. They know what I'm talking about. I see you, bank. I won't say your name, but I see you. Look how karma come back around. I say all that to say that sis, you're gonna bounce back. I promise you will. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be some tears and some crying and some I ain't got it and some hot dog nights and some ramen noodle nights and some, but you're gonna bounce back. You're gonna bounce back as long as you don't give up. You put one foot in front of the other. You're gonna bounce back. And you'll be better for it, and you'll learn better for it, and you'll be able to make jokes like I can make jokes now because it was not funny back then. I was crying. I was depressed. But you're gonna bounce back. And don't let anybody tell. It's called look. Someone said, "What's the letter called?" A cease and desist letter. I have a little bit of a lisp. Cease, like ceasefire. Desist, like assist or resist. No, assist but desist. Cease and desist letter. Literally, I hit the Googles. That's my guru. Google cease and desist. Because someone type it in, cease and desist letter. Like I have a little bit of list, so sometimes it doesn't come as clear. Cease and desist. I literally Googled it and put in the numbers they were no longer allowed to call. And then I also put in how they could contact me because you want them to contact you via mail and via email. I said, and sure enough, and I faxed it because I didn't want to mail it and wait 7 days. No. We faxed. I faxed that bad boy. And it is illegal for them to continue to call you if you say they cannot. Cease and desist letter. Child, that was my BFF back in the day. I'm telling you because I wish somebody would have told me. Okay? Someone said they missed some stuff. No, this is going to be a replay. I'm just want to make sure that I give you guys all the tea, straight chaser, I think so, about how to save for emergencies when you're in an emergency. I think so. Like I said, don't make your debt a priority during times like this unless you truly have it. Always make you a priority anyway. Always. Okay. Just want to make sure I answer all your questions. Someone said, but God. That's what I'm talking about. What? They can be hurtful. And it's hard. And it's meant to be hard because it's meant to make you stronger. But God, you will make it through. I promise. I have made it through. I have lost everything. At one point, I lost every daggone thing I had, including my man. I mean, I'm married now, a better one. You know what I'm saying? Because he will replace and upgrade, right? So, but I lost everything. Lost my house, lost my retirement account, lost my faith, lost my hope, lost my savings, lost everything. The only thing I had left to my name was a 99 Toyota Camry, this raggedy car that I used to break down that I had bought for $5,000 8 years before. So it was already old on its last leg. And I was like, sis, you can't leave me. Everybody's gone. Not you, Cammy. Not you. So, she rocked out with me for a few years after that. But yeah, I lost everything. And, but it will be replaced and increased. And so back then, 10 years ago, almost to the day, I was $300,000 in debt. So my My net worth was negative 300,000. That was the house. That was student loans, and I had credit card debt. I had about $35,000 in credit card debt, and I had over $50,000 in student loan debt, and then I had the house. It was like 220. So I was in debt, big D debt, and now I'm a baby millionaire. You heard that right? A baby millionaire, meaning my net worth is above seven figures, just above seven figures, like 1.1 million. Less than 10 years, really, really, because I really didn't start getting on the ball until 2010. So 10 years later, 10 years later, don't let somebody tell you it can't happen. I used to be a preschool teacher. Now I own multiple businesses. It is possible. And now I'm of service to other women. I give away more than I keep. And I was able to grow my net worth to seven figures. The house that I'm sitting in right now, my husband and I were able to buy it cash. It was a foreclosure. So there's ways to get the thing you want without paying the full price. It was 180, and then we renovated it, and so but we live mortgage free. And now I'm realizing, we can borrow the money fairly cheaply. So interest rates are as low as like 3.25%. We can pull money out, not all of it, but some of it, and then we can use that money to then invest because during recessions or typically right after recessions, housing prices drop, so we can invest in other houses. Stocks are on sale, so we can invest in stocks. You see what I mean? I can start to replenish that retirement account, or just at least investing money for my future. I can start to do that with money pulled from this house. But do you see? Do you see? Like, don't let this moment define you of not having. It's not always. It's not. It's hard, but it's not always. One foot in front of the other. And I'm going to leave you with this. The most important thing you can do is what I like to call daily deposits. Daily deposit. And you can trying to grow up to be a millionaire. You can. And when I talk about millionaire, like I'm talking about millionaire as in like I don't have $1 million in my bank account. I mean, not too far off. I'm not gonna lie. But we own this property. I also have a investment property that we purchased for $10,000, a tax deed. That once we finish fixing it up, it'd be worth 225. If we look at the comparables in the area, right? I have businesses, and I have obviously investments, traditional investments like retirement account. I also have investments for wealth. So I've got stocks, bonds. I sit down with my financial planner to talk about what I want my goals and stuff to be, because I'm good at making money and I'm good at saving money, but I'm not good at investing money because of my fear of losing it. So like I said, I want to leave you with this. If you have not shared this video, now is the time, because I'll be able to watch the replay. If there's one thing I can attribute my ascension to, okay? So like I told you, 10 years ago, I was 30, looking up, sleeping in my middle school bed, like, is this life? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Depressed. 'Cause I lost everything. And the one thing, and it took me, I want to say, till 2019, 2009, I lost my job, but it didn't really hit. So it took me to really late 2010, 2011 to like wipe the crust out my eye, wash up, and be like, get out there, girl, get out there. You got to make something of yourself. You can't go out like this. And like, it took me like a year and some change to get it together. And I didn't know how to do anything. I'm like, I'm good at budgeting, I guess. And I can save a little something. And I'm good with the babies. I could teach. I can babysit. So I used to babysit. I could tutor. So I used to tutor. I could do those studies. What? I used to be in there like, yes, I like Harry Potter. That'll be $200 for your opinion. Thank you very much. Focusgroups.com was my bed. And so what I learned was I didn't have to know the whole way, that instead I had to make what I now call my daily deposits. That means some days I can deposit $100. Some days it's just one penny. Some days it's just, it's $10. Daily deposit, not actual money, but meaning deposits into my future, meaning the sowing so I can reap. You cannot reap what you do not sow. You're not going to get this fake plant. Let's pretend like she's real. You're not going to get this plant unless you plant this plant, the sowing leads to the reaping. And so I realized that the reason why I was like not reaping anything, what have you sown, girl? Have you deposited anything? No. You wants to get it, you got to put it in. I'm like, okay. So every day, even now to this day, every single day, I deposit something daily into my goals and dreams. It could be a Google search. It could be a thinking about it. It could be a journal entry. It could be a list that I made. It could be a YouTube video that I watched. It could be a podcast. It could be coming to Dream Catchers, the group, reading what y'all talking about. It could be talking to my staff. It's some days it's literally just me laying in bed, like dreaming, like, oh, one day I want to live in one of those houses that got like a big front porch. Sometimes that's it. And some days it's like hours and hours of work, like working. But every single day I make a deposit, a daily deposit. What are you going to deposit into your life? What are you going to deposit? Are you going to deposit good thoughts, action? Are you going to deposit like the possibility of it? Just like, yo, if this life hasn't taught me anything, it's like, yo, anything's possible. Yo, the fact that I made millionaire status before the age I was 40, yo, 30, I was broker than broke. I would have been homeless and hungry had it not been for my parents. So to get a net worth of just above $1 million right before I was 39, that's crazy. Don't tell me life can't happen. Don't tell me it can't turn around. There's nothing special about me other than I make those daily deposits. And now I'm stubborn with it. I'm stubborn with it. Like, y'all see me as silly. I know I'm like silly and fun or whatever, but yo, this is me making a daily deposit. I'm depositing into you because you reap what you sow. Giving activates abundance. I serve so much to y'all because I'm very much aware that as I give to you, you're going to be able to give to others. You're going to tell your mom, your sister, your cousin what you heard tonight. That you got to laugh and a giggle, but you're like, Tiffany's so silly. Magnify money though. Tiffany's so crazy. Online only savings though. Tiffany's so crazy. You know what? I'm not going to put all this money toward this credit card debt, not during the recession though. Right? You're going to giggle and laugh, but you're going to remember what I talked about. Daily deposits. Then this becomes a video and you're going to share it with your cousin and them. You're going to click share right now. You're going to tell your mom she needs to watch it. You're going to tell your aunt she needs to watch it. You're going to sit your husband down and be like, listen, Linda, listen. She good. She real good. Daily deposits. Okay. You reap what you sow. Deposit into you. And what will happen is in the beginning, note this, when you're making your deposits, it takes a minute for it to grow. You put the seeds in the ground, a little water, like, okay, year one. Hello? Seeds. Year two, oh, these seeds must be some raggedy seeds. Year three, but you keep planting. Year four, then what happens is year four, I'm just making up the years, year one seeds start to come up. And you're like, oh. Then year five, year two seeds start to come up. Then year six. Then before you know it, if you keep depositing, you will continue to reap. Because the things that I am reaping now, this is not from now. This is from things I've been planted. I've been planted this 10 years ago. Imagine if I said, hey, I ain't going to get it. I'm not going to. I would not be the budget Lisa right now. I would not be the Tiffany I am right now. I've been planted. And so what it reminds me now is that what I'm planting right now, I'm not going to see it right now. I'm planting now for 50-year-old Tiffany. And then 50-year-old Tiffany will plant for 60-year-old Tiffany. What will you plant for yourself 10 years from now? 10 years is going to pass either way. How will it find you? You might be like, well, I don't want to wait 10 years. It might be 3 for you. It might be 10 months. It might be 20 years. But either way, don't you want to find it find yourself in a better position by then? Daily deposits. It doesn't have to be this big old heavy lift every time. Put your daily deposits in. Well, with that being said, I hope this was helpful. If it was, please tell a friend. If you need help with daily deposits, let me give you some resources. Oh, it's like over there. I don't even feel like it. I have books on Amazon. I was going to pull my books up, but girl, who feels like getting up? I have some books on Amazon. You can just type in Budgetnista and see all of my books. I also have some free online challenges. If you go to livericherchallenge.com, that's for basic financial education, because I believe basic financial education should be free. Someone type that in for me, livericherchallenge.com. There's like 5 challenges right now. It's like a fundamentals edition, credit edition, home buying, savings, net worth edition. Choose one at a time because it's an email course, so it'll send your email every day. So you don't want to choose 5 and get 5 emails every day. Choose one, finish it, then do the next one. Totally free. I believe basic financial education should be free. Again, I'll say it. I believe basic financial education should be free. You should know how to feed your kids and yourself. That's what I believe. And then if you're someone who's like, my budget's actually pretty good, my saving is pretty good, I need the next level, Tiffany. I want to learn how to invest. I want to learn how to start a business. I want to learn how to write my first book. I want to learn how to navigate my taxes. I want to learn how to side hustle and make extra money on the side. I want to learn how to trade stocks and options. I want to learn how to maximize my investment. I have an online school that takes you to the next level. So the basic stuff is free, right? I believe that. I believe heavily in that you should know how to take care of yourself. But if you want to learn next level, I started an online school. I think we're almost 30,000 women deep in our online school. Dream Builders, yay, yay, right? So the Literature Academy, the Academy. So it's Literature Challenge, free, Literature Academy, next level. And the people, the mentors, the instructors that helped me to go from negative Tiffany to positive seven-figure Tiffany, that's who I pulled into the Literature Academy. I don't even teach, I teach like this many classes in the Literature Academy. I have those experts teaching the academy because they taught me. So I'm like, well, teach them. And so the Literature Academy, it's if you go to livericheracademy.com, you'll see the full price there. But sometimes when I go live, I try to give the discounted rate, the discounted link. So livericheracademy.com is the full price. And I think it's $50 a month. But join, I always forget, join, let me make sure. Join LRA for literature. Join LRA. Let me make sure it's even up. Because it was down the other day. Let me make sure it's up. Join. I'm just typing it real quick before y'all go and try to break my site because y'all be breaking sites. Join LRA and it's 40%. Let me make sure. Let me not speak. Join LRA.com. Someone type that in, joinlra.com. It's for 40% off. Yep. Joinlra.com. It's 40. Let me make sure. It's 40%. Yep, 40% off. 40. Incredible. So Literature Academy is the name of the school. And you could go to literatureacademy.com and you should check out more about the school, but don't join from there because you'll see the price at $50 a month. But at joinlra.com, someone type that in all together. Join, JOIN, L for live, R for Richard, A for Academy. Joinlra.com. It is $30 a month. You can beat that. 40% off. That's our discount, our temporary discount link that we activate from time to time. Okay? Joinlra.com for 40% off and join about 30,000 women who are elevating to the next level, and the coaches and the instructors and the teachers that help me to get to where I am. Because you cannot get from where you are to where you want to be without assistance and help and mentorship. That was critical for me. I was like, I could only take myself as far as I knew. That's why I give you all that stuff for free. I give you the budgeting and the savings and the basics because that's what I knew. But I didn't know the investing and the business and really just the next level, retirement, estate planning. Like I didn't know those things myself. So I tapped in, oh, hey, Tony, my attorney, how do I estate plan? Oh, hey, Nativa, how do I take my credit beyond the basics? Oh, hey, Sandy, how do I side hustle and make extra money on the side, like real money? Oh, because Sandy made $80,000 in 1 year with Amazon. Oh, hey, Tila Holcomb, how do I trade? Because Tila literally traded in her 9 to 5. She trades full time now. Oh, hey, Kevin, how do I maximize my 401k? These are the people that I lean into. Hey, not Courtney. Who teaches Bitcoin and cryptocurrency? Stocks and stilettos. I forget her first name. But anyway, we teach cryptocurrency. Like, how do I do those things? It's inside the Literature Academy. So I'm proud of it. Joinlra.com. Get your 40% off. All right. So hopefully these things work. Useful. Oh, Renee's a dream builder. Hey, girl. Yes. You need a mentor? Joinlra.com. That's where we be at. Oh, look at Nikki. She's a dream builder in the building. Wasn't Shanta? So my CFO told you I'd be having my people in there. Just Talk class. We have a live class once a week. She just taught class about, what was her class about, Shanta, yesterday? It was amazing. She taught class about how to get your finances in order, but it was like a special way. But it was just like this great class where she taught everybody was like, oh my God, I told you, that's my CFO. I get the financial experts that take me to the next level. I get them to come and I'm trying to remember the name of the class because I'm like, oh no, here it is. Because we get text messages to remind you. Oh, business financial basics with Shanta Thomas. So many people are like, I want to start a business, but should I be an LLC or S corp? How do I set up do I do QuickBooks or all these things that hinder you from starting a business? So I said, Shanta, we're on the cusp of being an 8-figure year business. We're a 7-figure year business, but we're on the cusp of being an 8-figure year business. Shanta, you're the CFO of this business, like, can you help people to figure out, like, how are we managing? How do you show people how to do the same with their business finances if they don't have a CFO? So she taught a class for $30 a month, child. $1 a day, $1 a day. Yeah, she was fantastic, right, Deanna? Fantastic. Is it just for women? Here's the thing, John. As long as you don't mind us saying sis and girl, and like, we have a handful of men, but they know that they're as guests. That I speak specifically to women because women make up to 70% of the financial choices in the household. 70. Prudential did a study and found that. So I know if I want to help children, if I want to help men, if I want to help families, if I want to help neighborhoods, if I want to help communities, if I want to help cultures, if I want to shift us forward, if I want to help communities, you must help women with their finances. And so that's why I focus on women, although anyone can join. We don't turn anyone away, but know that I'm talking to my ladies. Okay. And there's like a handful of men. They don't mind. They're like, oh, you can call me sis. I'm getting this knowledge though. Okay. Yeah, Shanta was amazing. Wasn't she, Sherry? Let me see. Yeah, Shanta, I'm telling you, Shanta was amazing. Oh, Jillian, you already remember. You're welcome. See, look at all these people. Is there a link for that video? Sadia, are you part of the Literature Academy? Then yeah, you should look in your email because we send you an email for class, and then we also text it to you. So, and if not, you can hit up customer support. Sadia, just reply to any email and honestly too, it's pinned to we have a private Facebook group. It's pinned to the top of the group page. So there is all over inside for you. But like I said, if you have any trouble, reply to any email from Literature Academy and just say, hey, I can't find Shanta's class, and they'll give you that link. But yeah, financial basics for business. It was great. All right, let me go, y'all. I've been talking for too long. All right, bye.